All right, people. Trade recap. We made around $800 today. $158 per account, whatever the math is on that, for 5 PA accounts. So yeah. But listen, today was freaking terrible. During AM session, we were chopping around a little bit, so I didn't take a trade all the way till, what time did we take a trade? Around 1:30. Right? Usually I don't wait for a setup for that long, but again, price was looking like it wanted to continue up. We came down on NASDAQ and we swept out a 1 hour low, right? I'm not going to go too in depth about, like, look at this price action at the beginning of the day. Up, down, up, down, up, and then we came down a little bit. We had no intended direction when we were first, when market first opened during AM session, right? So 9:30, between 9:30 AM and 10:30 AM, there was really no intended direction. But as you can see, market open, ES came up, we swept out these 1 hour highs. But again, I thought we were going to continue down, maybe take out these 15-minute lows, these 15-minute lows, and these 1 hour lows, but we ended up forming a 5-minute S&T, a bullish S&T. So that's when I was like, NASDAQ came down, took out these hourly lows. We were close to hitting 4 hour equilibrium, but we didn't want it. So we took out these hourly lows. We formed a 5-minute bullish S&T. So ES formed a low from this 1 hour low, and then a higher low. NASDAQ formed a low and a lower low, right? So boom, I was like, okay, maybe we can continue up, right? I started to look in the lower time frame. I scaled down to the 1 minute time frame right away. I saw that we had a huge move up, inversing this 1 minute fair value gap, and we broke structure to the upside. So what I did, I'll X this out real quick. What I did is I saw a fair value gap form, and I wanted to see if we could respect it off of this 1 hour sweep. Because if we're going to sweep liquidity, we're most likely going to continue up and target our draws and liquidity above. I think price is still going to come up to London session highs and these 15-minute highs, but I took my full take profit at these 5-minute highs, which I'll go over in a second. But again, we had a huge move up, inverse the 1 minute fair value gap, broke structure to the upside. We formed a 1 minute order block also right here, as you can see. 1 minute order block right here. So again, we saw a 1 minute order block, 1 minute fair value gap form. I decided to wait patiently. I also marked out equilibrium, but I don't think we came into equilibrium, did we? No, we didn't come into equilibrium. But we respect the 1 minute order block, right? You can see that. And then we respected a 1 minute fair value gap. We ended up coming down. We got buying pressure out of it. My entry was here off of this candle closure, but I got in a little bit lower because, again, I was staying patient on this trade. I did not want to see it come down and inverse this, so I got in a little bit lower. I will be honest. I'll even post my freaking entries if you guys want to say that I'm not doing this stuff. I posted the trade on my Instagram story. I could post the entries too. They're there. If someone wants to say something, I will post it. I really don't give a shit. But I think I've proved myself at this point. But other than that, entry around there. I took my first take profit. Well, first let's go over the stop loss. I put my stop loss around here at first, but then I moved it up underneath the 1 minute fair value gap because I said, hey, if we disrespect this 1 minute fair value gap, we're most likely going to continue down. But I was keeping an eye on ES here, which you will see. But first TP was around these 1 minute highs, right? But I put it a little bit lower just in case. So we targeted a 1 to 1.5, and then we got a 1 to 1.6 for second TP. I left one runner, and we got filled at the top of this wick, basically. So we still hit a 1 to 2.26. Again, I moved my stop loss up right to here to these lows once we hit first take profit and second take profit. And then I was going to set it to break even, let this baby run all the way to the top. But again, we still hit a, if we go to the bottom of this fair value gap, a 1 to 2.6 risk to reward. And that's plenty for me on these PA accounts. Right? We're slowly trying to build them. We're slowly going with the game plan. I'm slowly trying to build up with a certain size for 6 months. I'm taking my time. We're not in a rush. We'll get to where we need to be once we slowly build and take our time. Right now I'm trading really well because I think even when I take a loss, I'm not stressed out about it. Even when I was about to enter this trade, I was like, hey, what's the worst thing that happens? We lose a little bit of money. We're not going to blow our accounts. We have plenty of drawdown. Like I can afford to take this trade. It looks like a good setup that I would usually take. I'm going to take it, and it ended up playing out in our favor. So again, I put my full TP at this 5 minute high, but we had this huge wick up. I got filled a little bit higher, which was nice. So that was the full trade. But again, what kept me confident on this trade to hold it, because again, we were chopping around this 1 minute order block for a fair value gap for a little bit. What held my confidence is we formed this 5 minute S&T, right, between both of the indexes. We could see that ES ended up breaking structure to the upside on the 5 minute time frame and inversing a 5 minute fair value gap. That was like, I'm holding this trade. We at least have to come to the 5 minute highs, right? Second thing that made me want to hold this trade, that gave me more confidence. We ended up breaking structure on this huge candle up on the 5 minute time frame on NASDAQ. Once we got this big move up, I was like, sweet. We formed a 5 minute fair value gap. We broke structure on the 5 minute time frame. We're most likely going to continue up after sweeping a draw on liquidity, a high time frame draw on liquidity. Ended up doing that. I took my full take profit at these 5 minute highs. A 1 to 2.6 is plenty for me right now on these PA accounts. I'm not trying to get greedy. Again, if we let it run all the way to here, I know some people did in the Discord, that would have been a 1 to 4.89. Again, the trade already ran up to a 1 to 4.25. But I'm not going to get FOMO. This is what I wanted. We ended up getting it, and we're going from there. All right? So good day today. We're 2-0 on the week. We continue the win streak. Again, I'm comfortable with this position size that I'm taking. I'm comfortable if I take a loss. I have plenty of room to do this stuff. This is the part where I think makes you a good trader is when you find your risk management system that works best for you, your psychology, your emotions, all that stuff. When everything's aligned and you're doing the right things in real life and you're just overall focused on the goal and you know what you need to do, then it's time to slowly build. Get away from the social media. Get away from all the people making $10,000 a trade. We're not there yet, and I'll be totally honest with that. We're trying to build up these accounts. And I want to build up to 20, but we will get there one day. We're taking our time. We're focusing on my journey. Well, I'm focusing on my journey. I'm just posting it just to show you guys the experiences I go through because maybe that can help you guys. But again, I think today we did the right thing. And so far, I just feel good the way we've been trading. I feel comfortable even if we lose. We've got plenty of room because I'm not going such a high risk. I'm not in a rush to get a payout. I'm not in a rush to build these accounts. I'm not in a rush to do anything. Once you build that buffer and you get to that spot, and you have the money to risk, you're going to start compounding more and more money over time. You got to get through the slow part first. But other than that, I'm going to shut up, get these videos posted. All right, good. We recorded it and got the sound on. Sometimes I do that and I mess it up. Other than that, another dub today. We're doing good in the week. We have one more day tomorrow. I don't know what news looks like tomorrow. We have nothing around market open. It's just 8:30. So tomorrow looks like another good day to trade. If there's a setup, we're going to take it. If there's not, we're going to end the week on a winning note. We'll see what happens. All right? Appreciate it.